What is up, Level Up Boys? Today we got a kind of I would say spicy, but this is a basic hero, frog, monarch, zombie, whatever this is. I'm not a fan of frogs. Like, I just don't. I don't know. I just could never get into the whole frog thing. I love monarchs. I love monarchs. Um, I do like some of the heroes, but I don't know. Overall, this deck is very, very powerful because basically you can go slow every turn, monarch, treeborn monarch, swap, return, blah, 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 blah. Or it has the hero package where you can miracle fusion. It has the junk synchron to where it gives a potential OTK if you already have your graveyard set up, summon this, blah blah blah, or whatever, and then you can synchro and yada yada yada. I don't know. I just not a fan of this deck. But anyway, let's get into the replay. See how I did. So I won the rock paper scissors. So I start off with a pretty good hand. Even though we can see it, still don't know what he's playing. Like, I mean, still. This is first turn of the game. Of course, we don't know what he's playing. But because we can see it in the replay, but I'll just let you know my thought process on this one. I had the Treeborn in hand, specialist frog, and swap, pitch another frog, and then return it to hand. He can't kill me this turn. I mean, he possibly could. I know that it's possible, but I was just going off of the assumption off of meta decks and possible mirror matches, and some people don't like to commit their entire combo just to go for the win on turn one like that. Especially the way I played, they could be anticipating Gores or Drag or Battle Fader or whatever, so they won't overextend. But clearly, his hand is not very good right now. So he allures. Nothing I could do. I don't know why he paused. So he removes the Caius because he only has two darks, which are both Caiuses. He's gonna summon. He's gonna attack for 17. I just take the direct damage, which is fine. Here, I should have. Let's just watch it. So I'm gonna stand by phase. Treeborn. I was thinking of activating MST here. I don't know why I did it. Because he does have the feeding swing. I didn't. Obviously, we don't know. But I'm anticipating. I was trying to anticipate a Starlight Road. I mean, it's not. There's nothing in my hand that could potentially trigger a Starlight Road. I just wanted to clear just some type of back row. And this is probably definitely a waste. But you see here, main phase one. And I can't remember what I was thinking because this could have just ended so badly. So Kai is the monster. Now he doesn't have anything in his grave, and he has a phoenix. So I can pitch, swap, use effect, and I'm gonna activate to add this to my hand. Sorry, I'm just a little tired. I'm yawning a lot. Yep. Declare effect. Add it to my hand. Battle phase. Attack. I was I for the way he set this up, I thought it was gonna be a deep prison. So I tried to keep the Kais in hand for this exact situation. So future fusion sends Mally and Diva. He can call it haunted with the Mally effect. But I think he just goes for Caius. I think I would have called it a haunted. I think I would have went for a synchro. I don't know. Because I have the Caius. Maybe he was just worried about that. But why would he summon his own Caius knowing that I have a Caius? So here I'll just take 24. I draw. My life is low. So and this is where he makes a mistake. I he I guess he forgot that I had two Treeborns in the graveyard. I don't know. I really don't understand why he would do that. I think he was hoping that when I went to main phase, he did that. He should have waited to main phase for that because now I just can overwhelm him. But he still has future fusion, which is gonna keep him in the game. Well, not this turn, but next turn. At this point, I still didn't know what he was playing. It could have been just some dark deck with Diva or some hero. Could have been a mirror match, honestly. Somewhat. Maybe. I have no idea. Call. Trying to speed this up for you guys just a little bit by pressing next play. He activated call right here. He targeted the plague. I could have Argeki break. I could have killed it. Um, and he would have had a Caius. I mean, he would have had a Armageddon. But I figure just let him synchro. That way I can just kill whatever he brings out. Because he can only bring out a level 6, I wasn't worried about anything that, I mean, there's nothing. There is no 6 star that he could bring out that Raigeki Break couldn't stop. So I figure I just let him play his game, let him go. So he's going to Synchro Goyo. I'm gonna Raigeki Break because I have to. Here I could have standby phase, brought out Treeborn, just to have an extra monster. I don't know. I think I just went too fast. I think I even paused and I thought about it. But this will be at 3,000. I think it's supposed to stay, but yeah, it's supposed to stay on the field. I didn't catch that when we were playing. I don't know why. I was just so invested in. I was trying to think of how I'm gonna get rid of this. I don't know why he searched his deck. He shuffled, said sorry. So I mean, okay, you have a tomato. You summon attack, and I drew into a mirror force. Like, what a top deck. So mirror force, because absolute zero's effect, tree one goes to grave. All he has is a brain control. I draw into a dupe. Even if I drew into a monarch, it wouldn't have mattered because I don't have nothing to use the monarch effect on. So, so I wouldn't have been able to use the monarch. Sorry. I hate frogs. This is the reason why I hate frogs. I don't know what it is about some of these. I consider frogs to be frogs and heroes just to be so weird to play. I don't know. They're so basic, but they're so confusing to play. However, I like quick draw plants, some of these heavier combo based decks, like even Gladiator Beast. I like those type of decks. Um, I don't know. They're just maybe they fit more to my play style. Um, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just, and I don't want to make this sound negative in a way. Maybe I'm just I feel anyway when it comes to Met, like the top. It's not well. This I don't know because Edison format there is no top meta tier zero type deck. Um, and even then, I still think that I've have a great understanding of the game. Um, and I I don't know. I just believe that basic knowledge is going to be the key, or is the key. Like, I don't know how to word this. I'm so sorry, guys. So basic knowledge of Yu-Gi-Oh and the rules and the way the game is played, and little things like in Goat format. Um, in Goat format, the game was, how do we say this? Like, I don't know. It was just really slow, and but there was potential for big plays in Goat format. In this format, there is no tier zero, and there's just a bunch of top tier, I guess we could say, decks. It's not even top tier. It's just the Edison format is just so well rounded. That's what makes this format so fun. That there is no top deck. However, some of the top decks are just boring, like frogs and heroes. In my opinion, just boring to play. I'm more of a GB player. I do like zombies. Um, I do like plants. I just like super big combo style decks. So when GB was tier zero, I love that format. Even though I didn't play GBs at that time because they were too expensive at the time. Heraclinos was just ridiculously priced. I couldn't get my hands on Guys Eris, yada yada yada. Um, and then Teledad, I was able to, in that format. I couldn't get my hands on the Teledad cards or even Lightsworn cards, but I mean I could, but I just didn't want to spend the money at the time. But so my friend, he had all the cards to make both decks, and he didn't want to go to a regionals and to upper deck day. Um, and so he lent me his cards, crush card, and this is the SJC crush chart. Was it? Yeah, the SJC crush card. So the $3,000 one. So I had to make sure I that was the only card that I made sure that um I kept in good condition. Like, obviously all the other cards, but that was the one because at the time it was like three grand that people were spending on it. And when Teledad was first introduced, um, me, my friend Dave, that lent me the cards to make the deck. We all thought because of Destiny Hero Malicious that deck was just too inconsistent. Like something as simple as that, like just drawing multiple copies of this was just, we thought anyway, was just too devastating, too backbreaking to try to come back from. And so we didn't like the deck. But when he lent me the cards, I decided to net deck um, a deck list for the regionals. And me and my friend, he wanted to run Light Swords because we thought Teledad was just too inconsistent for whatever reason. We thought, and then so he wanted to run Light Sworn. I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll use Teledad because we've seen people top, and so clearly it could work. So I used that, and we play tested all night, and every single game, I just overwhelmed him. Teledad was just so ridiculously overpowered. Like, I I don't know, man. That deck in its prime was just, even with Charge of the Light Brigade at 3, Honors at 3, Lightsworn just being able to mill. I don't know. In Edison format, Lightsworn would be way too overpowered with 3 charge, and obviously because of other cards. But just saying, something as powerful as Lightsworn, nothing could come close to Teledad. Well, at the time. But I mean, that was my third most successful format. I want to say this format, Edison format, was by far my most successful format. I just when quick when Jeff Jones won that format, I just copied his deck, and then I kept the main deck the same, but I tweaked the side deck based off of what was going on here or not here, but what was going on in Hawaii when I was in Hawaii at the time, and during the regionals and all that stuff. And I read all the feature matches that Jeff Jones had, and I just I read them, and I just studied the way he played the game, and then I studied the way Jerry Wang played the game with the deck, with this quick draw deck. I mean, both decks were different, obviously, but I just studied their combos, when they liked when they wanted to use certain cards, and then I just started to think, and I just started to watch the way people around me started to play. I I tried to, of course, when it comes to quick draw dandy, the pitch dandy, special quick draw, main draw warrior, that's a cool combo. However, um, Edison format, even back then, the format was very heavily Hamster Reich Caius. And that's why Jeff Jones was able to win. because back then I I kind of understood that Raikou, Hamster, and Caius were it was just too like that combination was just too game breaking, and that could benefit from milling because of pot of avarice, triple pot of avarice, by the way. Um, Debris Dragon, and the deck was just so good. Back to this game here. This has been a, so far a crazy game. He's been drawing well. I mean, decent. I've been drawing kind of decent. But this card right here is just it's just too crazy, man. Fossil Dino won me the game. Spoiler alert. End up winning because of Fossil Dino. Well, I wouldn't say I win because of it, but because I do this Monarch, if it was a Caius, it would have been way better. It would have been game over faster, but I'm thinking here because I was thinking of possibly sacking the Treeborn, summon Ryza, put this on top, special this, and then I would have been stuck. I was trying to figure out a way to just put as much. Oh no, and Merrick, yeah. So tribute this, put this on top, Miracle Fusion. I don't know. I was trying to at this point of the game. I was trying to just figure out how much damage I could put out as fast as possible. However, if I didn't want to get rid of this. That's all I knew. It's just I didn't want to get rid of this because of the fact that just last turn, all he had was a goblin zombie on the field, and I brought out two dupes, and I thought I was safe. But I mean, he cleared that easy, and now I'm at 1,000 life. So I don't know. I just left this here. I sacked for Ryza, bounce, attack for 36. That's all I can do. Next turn, I was just hoping he didn't have a brain control, but or brain control Caius or something. Because if he did, that would have been game, obviously, even last turn. So he's gonna draw. So Warrior Lady. And then he set. He all he did was just set a card, and I noticed that he didn't set the card he drew, so I knew it wasn't Warrior Lady. So let's see. I knew it wasn't Warrior Lady. However, or I knew it wasn't this Warrior Lady because if it was another warrior, there'd be no point for me to attack with this. And let's say if it was a Warrior Lady, I attack with this, and he banishes it, and then when I go to attack with the Ryza, he gores, and then GG. But look, now he has one, two, three darks engraved. But Fossil Dine, he didn't have any more zombies. There's only 5 zombies he runs, and they're removed. So now I just get free attacks, and I'm gonna set the Phoenix Wing. This is the only thing I like about frogs. Is the fact that I can bounce cards. I think he just ends his turn. I think he just concedes. Or does he? I think he's no, yeah, he summons, and I have the Phoenix Wing, so it's clearly GG. Yep, it's all good. You attack. I Phoenix Wing, bounce that, and you end your turn, and that's game. Because of Fossil Dyna, even if he had a Battle Fate or Gore's drag. Fossil Dyna, you can't special. G. G's. Admit defeat. GG's. And I don't know. I still don't like this deck. I don't like frog heroes in general. It's just boring. It's boring to play. Or maybe I'm just not good at it. Maybe that's just the case. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys like frogs. If you guys like frogs, let me know. If you guys like heroes, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know. And let me know what you guys' favorite format is. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. Level up, boys. We are out.